Good morning, gamers. Actually, let me pause the music. Okay. Good morning, gamers. Today I'm going to be doing some pattern grading. And I want to show you how I do it. Not that hard. It's very... When you see how simple this is, you're going to be mad that you didn't do it earlier. These two sides of these shorts are ones I did earlier. This is the shorts lining, and then this morning I'm going to be doing the outer of the shorts. So I did these earlier. Oops. I did these earlier. So let's forget about them for now. But here are the pieces that I'm going to be grading. So, this is a pattern that I made up for my partner. They have an 88 centimeter waist. And then this is a tracing of a pattern that I made up for my flatmate, who has a 120 centimeter waist. And all I'm going to do is grade between them. So I've already done the pattern, tested the pattern, and traced it off. And I drafted it, making it as similar as possible. Using the same shapes, same seam lines, same pockets, same construction. Now you can see the orientation is slightly off. Like the shapes are slightly different as well. Like you can see here, you can actually see it better in. You see it better in the front piece. But you know, the largest size, which is this green size, has like a bit more space in the front than the small size or the medium size, because I'm going to grade down as well. And that's tummy room. That's tummy room. The largest size has a bit more room in the thigh than the smaller size, which tapers down a bit more to the thighs. And like, when you grade up to an actual human person, and that you fitted this garment on a human person, that's how you know it's actually going to fit. These pattern pieces are a bit more complicated because I've drafted a pocket in with them. I've set the grain line of this. What I'm going to do is actually line up the pocket, because the pockets are the same on all these. So if I line up the pocket, I don't need to worry about it. I'm using Adobe Illustrator here, which is a good program, but Adobe is a bad company, so I would recommend something like Inkscape. But I am grandfathered into having this copy from when I was at uni. That's pretty much lined up. I'm gonna get the pockets to be exactly the same later. But for now, over there, here's one I did earlier, where the pockets line up perfectly. So I set one piece inside the other. For these, hey, grain line, could you come back? On the ones that I did earlier, on these bits, you can see I've set small size inside the large size, and then I have just gone between them. Same here. Small size, the blue size inside on the green layer, and I've just graded between them. I'm going to do the same here, and you're going to see how it's really very simple, actually. I can out of that. This will become relevant later, and then goes. Cool. So, I'm in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to start with these points here. And I'm going to grade between them in 4 increments. I'm going to go halfway between them, and then I'm going to go halfway between the halfway one and the largest size and the bigger size. So, pen tool. I'm not going to really... Never mind. Oh. You know what's great? Or what's great about Adobe Illustrator is the shortcuts, but you have to remember what they are and how to use them. So you could make this would be a lot easier to show you on paper actually. Because I just find the halfway point of the line, I'm going to do that for all the corners, but for now, I'm going to copy this largest size, paste it, line it up, have a new shape, and then I'm just going to take each of my relevant points and I'm going to drag it to the new size. Do that with here as well, like. I'm using my pen tool to find the halfway point. Probably an easier way to do it, but we improvise. Okay, there's the halfway point. And then I'm using my direct selection tool here to bring this to this. Now the lines are going to be a bit funky. I'm going to have to move this later. But draw between lines, find halfway, exactly where halfway between them is, and drag that point. I don't need to do the pocket. I don't need to do the pocket. I do need to do here. Line. Find the halfway point. Drag between them. Okay, those are the corners done. Obviously, this has become a very weird shape now. I'm gonna just go by eye. You could measure between whatever point was here and like whatever's on this path. But I'm gonna go by eye. I'm gonna go halfway between this. Halfway. This. Some of this comes from pattern drafting experience as well. Sort of tell what looks normal on a pattern. We'll get a feel for it. Halfway line, halfway between this, halfway, a little bit. I'm eyeballing these, and I'm happy to eyeball these because they're not precisely fitted. And even in pattern grading, like it's a very imperfect system. Obviously the ideal way of getting measurements is, you know, getting a pattern is to make. I'm trying to talk with me. The ideal way of getting a pattern that fits you is to draft one from scratch using your own measurements. But that's hard, and that's more of a learning process than just altering a pre-graded pattern to perfectly fit your body. Play with that for a while until it looks normal. You know, that's not too bad. So that's our halfway point. That's pretty okay. And now I take these lines. I make them be half the width they were. I copy that to over there. No, I copy that. Okay. Why is this here? Why is this here? Go away. Who did this? Okay, well, I guess I do need. Ooh, I forgot something. Very important to this new graded thing. I need to make the grain line to be halfway. Yes, it does intersect between there and there. I'm gonna group all that together. I'm on the right tool, right? I'm on the right tool. Oh, it's already grouped together. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna come back to that. For now, copy this. These are just so I have like a snap-on place. Illustrator does that very usefully. Inkscape probably does something similar. If you're on paper, then you just have a handy little ruler, and it's honestly the easiest. Oh, there's go in enough. These are gonna get a little hard to see eventually. So we're gonna introduce some new layers. Then oh, that needs to go in. Excellent. And that's it. Okay, great. So this going to remove from the red layer, and we're gonna go on the pink layer. That side. Great. And then I'm just gonna bring it. Ooh, also I can lock the red layer. I can't click on those even if I wanted to by accident. Wait, although I do need the red layer to intersect. Right, anyway, pink layer. Right, selection tool. Shuffle the lines around. Shuffle the lines around. I'm gonna say this 4 more times. Shuffle the lines around. And shuffle the lines around. Kind of works actually. Red one actually I might a bit more halfway between. Make that waste paper. Yeah, that's better. This one. Oh, my mic's going funny. I stood up until like 2 o'clock in the morning doing this last night. Because I got excited about pattern grading and its use as a skill set. Where's the pink one? Okay, the pink one needs to go halfway between these. Oh, come on, intersect, please. Okay, well, I'm gonna eyeball it then. And that's gonna be fine. I need to adjust these. So, can you see how the process works? Like, it's quite simple. Shockingly so. The maths just kind of works. I really don't know how to tell you. The maths just kind of work. It's the same principle of like scaling up and scaling down. Except instead of like taking a point, doing a measurement from that point, multiplying that measurement by 3 and like scaling up there. This will only make sense if you've ever done that one very niche thing that not many people do anymore because they just multiply a measurement, increase the size in like a Photoshop window or something. But there used to be an old-timey way of scaling things up and scaling things down. And maybe I will show you that in the proper tutorial for this. Dude? Okay. You get the gist. You get it. I could do with some refinement. I'll come back to it later. And then we're gonna do I need the blue layer. Okay, blue layer. Selection mode. I'm gonna copy that. Put it on the pink layer, the light blue layer. Okay, cool. That's the smallest size of today. We're gonna line it up with itself and then go halfway between my points. That just moved the whole thing. Never mind. Yes. Boop. Boop. This is my version of the Silver Rocks dudes. Boop. Boop. Okay. Oh, that would be. Probably should have paid a little more attention to where my anchor points and handles were for these. because it would make it much easier to grade between things. But next time. Yeah, because for the larger size I've got 2 anchor points and handles, whereas for the smaller size I've only got 1. Halfway, is it? That's locked, I can't move it anyway. Is that everything? Ah, yes, here. Boop, 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 boop. This needs... Cool, I'm gonna tidy all this up a bit. Oh, don't forget the grain line. Copy the grain line. Oh, I can copy it now. I can copy it now. I can copy it now. Excellent, excellent. Too long. Oh, come on. Snap, thank you. Direct selection tool. That just means I can, yeah, because the pivot is slightly different on all these patterns as they scale up. Yeah, that's a graded thing. Boom, we did it. It's that simple. I now have 5 sizes where before I had 2. Thank you for coming to my big ramble and demonstration. I'm gonna they're confusing to me. And grading will be easier. I'll have to look at them. Yeah, happy grading. I'm gonna stop recording.